Hello, hello, everyone. Richard, Gary, Janet, Margaret, and Bill. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Man, 5 people on and 5 thumbs up. Wow. You know, we got to get them thumbs up. Guys, we got to get them. Why? Why? See, there we go. Now we're at 10 and still only 5. The next 5 didn't love us, guys. But they don't want to talk. Janet's still there. Just the 5 of you. You guys ought to get a lot of talking done tonight. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and say the pledge because I'm running a little bit late. I had a rough last about hour. John, I'll wait till I see you on. But I'm supposed to give John a call today, and it just didn't get done. And I'm going to do the pledge, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the music and come back and talk about the kids, and then we'll get into the, the show. But, Linda, good to see you here, and thanks for the nice messages today and taking care of my little nephew there. Sharon and Janet's all over this page. Diane Schwartz. Diane with 2 N's is in the house. Okay, guys, let's get that done. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife. I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless, please bless
Yes, yes, yes. God bless the USA. I think I'm representing it well tonight with my colors. Guys, I know it may not seem like it, but we're really, really, really in exciting times right now. I know I say this a lot, and I pay it a lot. And the reason I say I pay it a lot because we have people that I love all of you. Don't matter what you say, what you do. But we have people that like to use my email and they like to tell me I shouldn't say things I say. I lie all the time. And you know what? First of all, if you're doing what I'm doing and you're not lying, you're not doing your job right. But also, hi, Alan. Bill Woods is here. But anyway, what I mean, and I don't mean if you're not lying purposely, but if you're getting information like I get, if you're getting information like Bruce, now my information comes from you guys, Ron, myself, and everyone here. I don't know if you guys have any super duper contacts. I don't know. I know I don't. I guess my best contact would be Bruce. I don't rarely listen to Mark Z anymore. I know I get a lot of little things about him, or I look at what he's saying, and Wolverine, I don't know how to follow him. You know, these sites on Telegram.
Mark said he's going to start putting up a little thing like that every day.
You know, these sites on Telegram that they won't allow you to make a comment unless you're a moderator. What are they afraid of? I got a site on Telegram with Ron. We don't care what people put up there. If it's not good, I take it down. I don't yell at them. I just, if I think it's inappropriate, because see, we can put things up there. There's things we can't say here. And, you know, I'm in a situation here that I heard, I'm going to go into the kids real quick now. I heard, Jimmy, that Sky had a video out. And I guess it was pretty good. I never got to watch it. Ron said he sent it to me, and he may have. But as I said, my second half of the day today, I had a very clingy, very, very clingy little 3-year-old. Then my daughter got there, and I came home and kind of had a misunderstanding with a couple of people in my household. And my last 3 or 4 hours have not been. But from what I'm understanding, Sky made a statement that it's done. Well, see, I'm not hearing this from just Sky and the people who's sending me this. I've heard from several people, and I'm not saying it's done because it's a movie and it's been done actually since before a lot of the people even got involved in it. I'm not saying it that way. I'm not saying it was done before. Almost 3 years ago, I started my first show. Hi, Curly. And good to see you, Pasquale. Jeffrey, VDS, Crossbreed Screens. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that what I've heard, it's done. You know, they're never going to announce the Big N and Big G, but you'll know. So now I want to talk to Jimmy and say, all I can tell you is people tell me I don't like Sky. It's not that I don't like her. I don't like some of the things that she does. But if you guys take the time to send me the video, I'll watch it. But Mike, you told me I know you don't like her, but you need to watch this, and then you didn't send me the link. Now, I have not been back. I told you I had a bad Michael spent $250 stocking up again. He's getting ready, guys. And I'm going to talk about that getting ready the 10 Days of Darkness in a little bit. But if you send me the links, I will watch her. But here's what I'm going to ask you. Sky's a little bit like every person out there doing these shows. Talks like me. Tell me where the good parts are. If you're watching it and at the 8-minute mark, tell me watch it from the 8-minute mark to the 12-minute mark. Watch it from the 19-minute mark to the, you know, my buddy John sent me a video the other night of somebody 2 hours and 58 minutes. But he worked with me after I watched it. Out of courtesy to him, I watched the whole 2 hours and 58 minutes. Well, I had to keep stopping it because I had to go in and just joking. But I was supposed to call John today, but I didn't get around to it. So I did send him a message
On her
telling
message, what she was actually telling people to start having fun before you start doing your project.
Okay, I did see a little bit of that then. Yeah, I did see it. I did see what you sent me. But I was going to go back to it. What Ron just told me, what Sky said, was to start having fun. It's over. It's done. It's just waiting for when they're going to announce it. But that being said, have fun. Don't jump right into your projects. I remember seeing that now. Don't jump into your projects. Take care of your family. Take care of your business. Get the things that you want. That's what you need to do. Everything else is going to be there. Everything is going to be there when it's all said and done. So enjoy your life in a way you've never been able to enjoy it before. No, John, that's okay. You did something good. I got to see that some things, no matter how hard you try, never change, John. But we put the whammy on her, didn't we, buddy? But anyway, guys, Jimmy, the beds are ready. They're there. I mean, they're beyond amazing. They're beyond amazing. I mean, I was watching a video the other day, Jimmy, and the lady says in there, she says, and you're going to be able to get on that bed, and you can live up to 1,500 more years. You stop and think, guys. This country, this is only 2024. Now we can live 1,500 years. But there's a catch. There's a catch. When it's your time, when your 1,500 years is up, there is no renegotiating. There is none. You just go bam like that and you're gone. Now stop and think about it. The way technology has improved, don't you think over 1,500 years they can find a way to get us 2,000 more? Guys, I'm amazing myself right now that I'm in such a great mood. And that's what you guys bring out of me. John, Ralph, are you still there? Yeah, John, we're going to talk about that tomorrow on the phone. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. But anyway,
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe unless I get the 800 number tonight. But anyway, what I'm saying is it just would seem to me like Tesla was born in the 1800s and he's taken us to a whole brand new stratosphere. And he's working on his 1,500 years. But it just seems to me, as smart as that man is, 1,500 years from now, he could have something done that maybe we can get a few thousand more. But then, guys and kids, when I say this in a joking manner, but I say it in all honesty too, because let's face it, We're going to heaven on earth. Now, have you ever asked the question, why now? Is heaven getting too full? Heaven on earth, is it going to be like you're living, but you're still in heaven? I don't know. Are we going to be able to see our loved ones, our animal? I don't know. There's so many questions. Only time can tell. But you have to remember, only time can tell. But we're here to experience it. We're here to get things done. Now, I was going to talk to Diane with 2 N's, and I was going to ask her if she could call her buddy the Hat and say, enough is enough, dude. You come to my state enough. It's time you put that house in our state. What do you think, Diane? Oh, I'm not thinking real good right now. I just looked at my phone and I seen the song was off. I forgot we've already played it. Boy, I'm up on it tonight. But, Jimmy, the beds are there. Patriot 11, I'm not an ordinary driver when I drive. When I go to my daughter's, I was taught because I used to watch a lot of Westerns. And if you watch the old Westerns with the cowboys and Indians, you would always see, or the military, they never took the same trail back. In Bonanza, the Cartwrights never took the same trail back that they took home. They would go maybe just a little bit out of the way, not much, but a little bit, because they didn't want the Indians to get a chance to ambush them. You think Custer might have thought a little different? And now when you think about Custer, is that real? But anyway, the man got a pudding made after him, custard pudding. Oh, that ain't even good. But, Patriot 11, everything I'm seeing when I take these different routes, man, I didn't realize there was so many ranches around here. I live in places, a place where, there's fields everywhere. My little town, if they plant corn in the field across this road from Ron's, where the field is, if they plant corn there and they plant corn that comes up by my brother Russ's house coming into town on the back road, we only have 2 roads into town. And if they plant corn in them 2 fields, I don't care which road you're on that goes by it, the highway or the back road. I don't care which road you're on. You don't know the town's there unless you know it's there. You can't see the houses. But you know what? We just don't have a lot, if hardly any, corruption. If you forget to shut your door and think of you as a kid, Patriot 11, how it would feel to be able to go to bed at night and not worry about anything. That's my life. That's how we've lived in this small community. Patriot Wyatt Earp and Patriot Karate Kid, I look forward to meeting you boys. And, if you're still doing your karate, hey, maybe you can teach me, a little guy like me, old slow man like me, we might need to know. I'm trying to pick some things up from McGarren on Hawaii 5-0, but he's too good, man. I'm telling you. I see these people that they're really good at this stuff, and they kick a guy in the head and the guy bounces up like nothing. Nah, man, you get a guy right along here and them brains start to ravel. But anyway, just be good to your moms and everybody, and Jana, I missed your comment the other night. Jana's the grandmother of Patriot Princess, our queen, and Patriot
I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
Hunter. Oh, Ron wasn't supposed to tell me that you had a beer the other night, Jana. He wasn't supposed to tell me, but I tell you guys a secret. Me and Ron don't keep too many secrets, but it don't go no further unless it's like this. This is just a joke, and I look forward to drinking a few cold ones with you. Actually, I'm going to drink a couple this weekend, I think. but we'll see. After I had my explosion tonight, that might be out. Bill, have I said hi to you yet? Hey, John. John just said the weather in New York for the next 10 days is sunshine. Guys, we had sunshine yesterday and again today. Yesterday was the first day the sun has shined in Illinois in, I think, 14 or 15 days. I dropped to my knees and I said, thank you, Lord. Thank you. But I need an explanation. Are we done something wrong? What is that fire in the sky? I'm serious, guys. We had nothing but doom and gloom.
Early spring this year.
But we got through it early spring this year.
He
did not see. But, I was talking to a farmer a couple days ago, and he said, we had a very, very bad run. No sunlight, no sunlight, it had some snow, but he says, look at it, how it had been until then, and now look how it is again. And it was yesterday, because it was yesterday because he was pointing out to me the sun. I said, oh, isn't it glorious to see the sun? And
isn't there supposed to be a different sun?
Yeah, well, that's
when we get to the
when we go to the heaven on earth, there's a different sun, because the sun that's heating the earth and keeping us alive for years, I've been told it doesn't really exist. I'm telling you, some of the things some of these people come up with is, and now the big subject is the earth is flat. I don't care. You know what? I'm not going to cover the whole thing anyway. So people are saying it's flat. I say it's round. It's whatever you want. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But, Jana with the princes and our queen and our ball player, and then Hunter, her grandkids. And then we have John with Boog and Boogaloo and Boogaroo. And, I was deleting some emails today from, the junk emails that you get. And I happened to come across a couple of messages that got caught up in all the crap from John at beautiful pictures of all three kids. Thank you, John. Then we have Patriot little Leona, who I looked at a couple of her pictures today, and oh, that little girl is just amazing. Got our college Patriot kids, and then we have Patriot super gymnast, Patriot 7, and Patriot Little Monkey. And the reason I brought them together, instead of mentioning Patriot Small Hank and Patriot Kira, I brought the first three together because you see the hat I'm wearing. They wanted one. Well, this hat comes in red, like this one. It comes in white with all the pedazzles on it, and like a flag. And then it comes in blue. Well, I asked my grandkids, which one do you want? And the two oldest one, this gymnast and 7, wanted the white one. So naturally, Addison, the little monkey, she says she wants the white one. Well, then the next day, I show up with the blue one, wearing it. And she says, Grandpa, that's the one I want. So I had to order her a different one. So I'm going to give the white one to Patriot Hank, because he didn't want one at all, and I may not give it to him at all because he just doesn't want it. So I'm not going to force him. I'll give it to someone who wants it. But guys, I got to tell a quick story. No, okay, that pretty much gets me done with the kids. Okay, that's pretty much. I think I got everybody. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. I know Patriot 11 that I didn't mention, the two little girls. What I didn't do it because I'm having a brain fart and I can't remember their names tonight. But how's Grandma doing, by the way? I know she's in Arizona, and I know there's sunshine there. But yeah, back into the 50s, Mike, here in Illinois too. But I got a story. And I'm thinking about sharing it because I can't share it everywhere. I'm thinking about sharing. my two oldest grandchildren, Patriot Super Gymnast and Patriot 7. Patriot Super Gymnast is a young girl that absolutely loves to read, and she gets rewarded for it. They have a program at school. If you reach a certain amount of points, that you get a nice surprise. She's never failed to reach it. Well, the very first time when she started off, to give her some incentive, I said, well, if you do this much reading in that much of a time that they allowed, because I upped it a little bit, and you got 30 days, the whole month to do it. So I upped it a little bit, and I said, I think I told her I'd give her $20. Yeah, it took her 15 days of the 30 days to get it done. She wanted that $20, but she loves.
You buy her a banana split, didn't you?
Huh?
You told her you'd buy her a banana split.
No, that's right. It wasn't a $20 bill. I told her I'd take her to the Dairy Queen and she could have a banana split. That's what it was. Ron corrected me. But anyway, she won her prize, her gift. Well, Patriot 7, who he's only in second grade, he'll be in third next. But he had struggled with his reading a little bit until the gymnast, Ella, set him down and worked with him a little bit. Now he really enjoys reading, starting to read sports books and hunting books and, for kids, but he's really enjoying it. So last night, my daughter, Amber, sits him down and says, read for the next half an hour, 40 minutes. So they sat down on the floor. Well, naturally, the monkey, little Addison, had to sit down and read too, and she gets a book. And she's sitting there looking like she's reading just like them. But then they move up to the kitchen table, and she starts reading. Now, she's 3 years old, guys. She cannot read, but she can tell a story as well as anybody. And Amber literally taped her telling a story like she was reading the book. And she did it for, they got her for about 25 or 30 seconds. And I think I'm going to put it up in the messenger, and I might put it on Telegram. So if you guys want to watch it, and you got to remember, she's 3 years old. But that being said, she went for so long with this story. I've never seen anybody that can tell a story. And when someone tried to interrupt, she looked at him and she says, hey, I'm telling my story. Wait until I'm done to tell yours. She's a very confident little girl. So where are we at? Bruce was a little disappointed last night that we did not receive, but he says we're still in line to get them. Maybe today, maybe Saturday. But it's there, guys. It's there. We're ready to go. And I think Ron got me the reading of Bruce. Did you?
Yes, there's a place.
Well, but I want to see if he did, and I'll get it to where I can look at it. Oh, that's right. It would be before Judy. No. Just bear with me a second, guys.
It's right before the listing one.
That should be it.
It should
okay.
Say right under it.
But anyway, I'm going to read Bruce here in a second, and he was good. He was, and as I'm driving over to babysit today, I had an appointment before, and as I'm driving there to babysit and I got thinking, Bruce is taking a lot, because right now it's time. I know our group, we all wait for him. So the reason I feel we are in Groundhog Day, Bruce says, and we are really progressing forward, I do know things that happen behind the scenes which I cannot share. I do know things that happen behind the scenes that I cannot share. Okay, say, I do know some things, and move on. The one thing that really upsets me about any truther, anybody that I'm talking to, tells me I know something, but I can't share it. I could say the same thing. If you know it and you can't share it, just keep it to yourself.
Don't say it.
As Ron says, don't say it. So I see things differently, but I do try to bring things to you. So today was termed National Freedom Day, and from a special ops person. So today through the 7th, we are supposed to have Big N and Big G. They are now using the terms financial freedoms, freedom, and then an S in parentheses. And that started as of today, and we should see action between today and next Wednesday. So here is the thing, the R&R, which Jeannie mentioned. The money on all those certificates you hold and traded on us without our knowledge, and we are about to get that benefit for a change. So we are getting that this week, starting today through Wednesday. Let's see how much this comes in, and also an increase in Social Security this month. In the month of February, we did get a cost of living allowance, but it was a whole lot less. It wasn't a whole lot, and this is much greater, and I think will be added to your normal Social Security. So whatever that is for you, it'll come separately. Cool, but it's separate from R&R, meaning Social Security has nothing to do with R&R. What you're making Social Security now, you'll get your check. What you're going to get from the R&R, you'll get, or you get it put in a bank, however you get your money. You'll get it also in a form of automatic deposit, or however you're receiving your funds. Now, that comes as something very, very important to Ron today, because he checked his bank and he didn't get the extra. He got his monthly, but he didn't get his extra. And that made him feel a lot better, because now he should have until the 7th now, according to Bruce, or the 7th is the R&R, but he should get it sometime this month. Now, see, me, I'll I don't even get my regular until the 14th. They took me as far as they possibly could this month. I get it this second Wednesday, and that's the 14th this month. So, guys, I really hope it's going to happen. Let's see what else he has to say. If it comes separately, cool, but it's separate from the R&R. Now, talk about a Telegram post about certain humanitarian groups receiving our appointment, and that wasn't true. The other info, we get emails from WF, and we thought we get notified yesterday, and we weren't told why, and we aren't throwing, and we're not throwing in the towel. So what is happening with the bondholders? Sellers, so today we heard one source that the emails are to receive would come out after 4 p.m. today, and another PM of the insurance bond platform said 6 p.m. tonight. What else? Bond PM from WF saying emails to the bond sellers and us after 9 p.m. tonight. So they could be going out as we speak, and we also know receiving those emails. We know the call centers need to be in operation, and we know that the RC redemption staff, at least part of them need to be there to take the calls. If you hold Zim, you will speak with someone from the center of your exchange. Now the people have to be in the RC, but I think it's probably going to be done overnight, and we will call in the morning and get that 30-minute slot or extra. If you have those sheet bonds, we need to get started, and from a couple of other sources, we should be there tomorrow, and maybe we do get started tomorrow or Saturday. I know this sounds like a broken record, but I do give you what I'm giving, and it was really surprised it didn't happen yesterday. Bruce saying he heard yesterday special beds will be with us in 5 days. Release of the heavenly blessing, because it could never be needed more than right now. Right now, so with that much love to each and every one of you, Bruce. I was going to say that when I talked to the kids, but I'm hoping Jimmy is watching and hearing him say that they're supposed to be released within 5 days. We all know the story of Jimmy, of his mommy, and his mommy needs it bad. I keep emphasizing to him and Renee that don't be stupid. Don't think that just because we're close, if you need a doctor, you get in and get one. There still are a lot of good ones out there. But that's pretty much from Bruce. Now, one thing I did want to talk about Bruce before I move on is the fact that he mentioned, I don't know if it was last night or Tuesday night. If it was Tuesday night, I forgot to mention it. But he did mention when we go to the Redemption Center and we do what we got to do. Remember he said we were going to go through like a 38-page, I don't remember the exact pages, but let's say 38-page book. We were going to be given one of those, and it was going to have everybody in there that you could not do business with. They've decided not to do that. What they're going to be doing, since we're part of the quantum financial system, they're going to be able to track every dollar we have. If I decide that I want to transfer $1,000 to my grandson, open him a bank account and transfer him $1,000, they're going to know. If I decide I want to do it for all 5 of my grandkids, they're going to know. Now, this is not them controlling your money, but there's groups of people out there, it's like a sleepy group or a guy that likes to be with guys group, and I'm not saying that's, badly. It's just that I don't think it's appropriate if you're the president or was, but what I'm saying is there's places out there, the guy who funded that singer who's always on TV now at the football games, you don't want to give people like that money. You don't want to give organizations like that money. Now, there's going to be organizations come out, guys, that right now we think the world of. But we're going to open our eyes and see they're bad. They was created to be bad. They was created. And you're going to be in a situation where they'll be watching. Now, I'm just going to pick a person out there. Grandma Bo's here. Let's say this all happens and I transfer $2 million to Grandma Bo. If Grandma Bo was on that list, all they do is they don't say nothing to me. right at the end. They just block being able to send there. Anything that you're going to send to somebody that is on this list will be blocked. Then you will get a message, a stern message, not to do it again, not to send Grandma Bo. Now, I know Grandma Bo is not bad, but I just picked a name out, and I just happened to see hers up there. Grandma Bo, by the way, hi, how you doing? So that's how they're going to manage it. It's not like right now, think about right now. You put your money in the bank. You go to work. If you're not retired, you go to work. You make money. You pay taxes on that money. At the end of the year, you got to pay taxes on that money again. And it's just a cycle of nothing but paying taxes. You have a little bit and you put it in the bank. Then you want to go and, let's say you got $50,000 in the bank. And you go in there and you say, I want to get my money out. Well, sir, you got $50,000 in this account. Yeah. Well, we don't have that kind of cash here. You got to make an appointment. You got to make an appointment to get your own money. But I'm telling you, them people running that don't have to make an appointment to get our money. We're taxed on tax that's taxed before it was taxed, and now it's taxed again. Did that make any sense? I don't know. And that's where we're at in this world. It's sad. It's really sad. But they're going to watch us and they're going to monitor us and they're going to make sure that we're taken care of right. They're not doing this for stuff. Now, I want to talk religion. I've seen on some sites, there's a lot of worry about religion. That when the people who don't have their eyes open, the restrictions on who you can send to, Linda, I don't think will ever be lifted. They're not going to allow you after 90 days. Yeah, but you're going to have more freedom with your money on that. But I don't believe they'll ever lift to where you could do something like that. But anyway, about the religion now, I've seen a lot of people talking how the people whose eyes aren't open, what it's going to do to them when they find out. Well, it's not just the religion that's going to get them. But see, guys, how many? Grandma Bo, Doug, John, Bill Woods, Michael, David, how many people have you tried talking to about things and they don't want to believe you? Even if you give them proof, they don't want to believe you. Now, I did a little research the other night, and this is going to get away a little bit from the religion, but I'll get back to that because it's just part of people opening their eyes. And I was talking to my son just last night. He was trying to get back upstairs to his office so he could finish his day's work because he works right out of the house. And I was talking to him about some things, and his ideas of the world and my ideas of the world are like, they're not even close. I mean, if I was one jet plane and he was another, we wouldn't need air traffic control to keep us from hitting each other. We're that far apart. But I said to him, Brandon, they're saying that we're going to go back to the 50 prices. And he goes, it'll never happen. Now, this is spoken well from a man who makes 6 figures a year. Because people who make 6 figures a year do not want to open their eyes. And I said, it's going to happen. He said, no, it won't. He said, because how can you do the money? I said, well, how can you do anything? How can you get a guy who's supposed to be running a country out? How can you saying in the Constitution that we are going by right now, because, it hasn't made official that we're going by the real one, but how can you take a president that supposedly isn't the president anymore and try to impeach him. It's against the constitutional law, but they did. So see, Brandon, it can't just be for you black hats that every time you want to do something, you can, because you're not going to run the world no more. But my research, I put in $1 today. What buying power, or no, 100, was it $100 today? What buying power would it have in the 1950s? And it come back $1,284.
I don't know. I didn't have a dollar back then.
Yeah, in the 50s, we didn't have a dollar.
I was 5 years old.
We used to pass the
Yes, I
newspaper.
did.
We used to pass the newspaper 6
Yes, I
days a
did,
week
Yeah.
for
'Cause I
40
had
cents a week.
newspaper in the
Yeah. For 40 cents a week, Ron passed the newspapers. So he did have a dollar. But what I'm saying is they can do it. It'll get done. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is you take in baseball, this Shohei Toho Utani or whatever his name is, that to me is killing baseball, not helping it, but to each their own. He's the greatest ever. Well, if they'd have let Babe Ruth never have to go out of a game, the more bats he would have got, he would have set records that would have never been touched. He would have won games that would have, it's just a different world we live in. But we just have to understand Otani's getting $200 million and having most of it deferred. So what are they going to do? I mean, $200 million now going back there would be worth what, 2.8 billion that the team would owe him, or that he'd have the buying power with that. So I think there's going to be something changes on, I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm nowhere near as smart as they are. And as Ron said, it's not my money. So, wouldn't it be a shame? Now think, guys, listen to me here. Listen to me. And I'm not going to shut chat off. I'm going to give you the opportunity to chat.
We don't know.
Grandma Bo just sent you a message. But anyway, I lost my train of thought when I told him about Grandma Bo. What was I talking about? Oh, not my money. It's not. But greed has killed sports. And the worst one out there is the NFL. The NFL had the world by the short hairs. They had the world. They was the best sport out there. They overtook baseball, the national pastime. That more people thought more about football. And I can relate to that a little bit because, see, football can get women involved in it because it's only once a week. So they don't have to sit there. And, if you're a big sports fan and you wish they played more as a woman, don't. Yeah, Otani should buy Boulevard. I agree. That's a good one. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I forgot.
You might have.
We're going to be all in good shape. But this religion part, and I really want to touch on this. Guys, we're going to sit through movies. I believe we're going to have people go out there and talk to people. The religion that I worry the most about, and growing up as a kid, I never thought I'd say this, is the Catholic religion because of what has happened there. Me being a Methodist, Ron being a Methodist, and talking about the Catholics. I have a niece, my very first niece, that was born from my brother Russ, because I have 2 other nieces from my sister. But Allie got married. Allie was raised a Methodist. She was raised a Christian. And as soon as she got married, she turned into a Catholic. She had to convert over to him.
Before she got married.
Before she got married, actually. My niece Ramey, the same thing. And I'm thinking, wow. I think that's the only two things them guys got in the marriage over the women, but they got the religion. But Allie has really gotten in to being a devout, I think that's the word I'm looking for, Catholic.
She lives right across the street from her.
Just someone like her. What's that going to do to her? What's it going to do to someone who they live and die their religion? But see, we're going to have transitions going over. And people's going to understand. My beliefs, now this is me. You can quote me on it. You can say, no, that's not going to happen. I truthfully believe when we go this, and I talked to Ron, and he's the one that said it. So when I say it's my belief, I'm trying to take it from him because I thought it too. I just hadn't said it. There will be no religions. There will be no Catholics, Methodists, Baptists, Jehovah's Witnesses, whatever you got. Everybody will be Christians. I don't think there'll be churches. What's that going to do to the ministers? Well, they might have to work. Now, you still might have men of God that's just like ministers. And their job is just to go to talk to people. Instead of, every Sunday they're going to preach in a church. They'll just go talk to people who need talking to. They'll be more like counselors, but they'll be called like men of God. But they will talk the right stuff, not the garbage that they talk now. Guys, I am a Methodist. I am a Christian. I believe in God. At the age of 17 years old, I took over being the deacon of our church. I started doing things with the kids in the church to earn money because we didn't even have enough money for our Sunday school books. We started doing things, and in doing things, we raised enough money with the kids having fun. We raised enough money that we not only was able to buy the books for that year, but we was able to pay for 10 years in advance for the books. So I got everything there, but it wasn't me because it was the kids that did the car washes. One of the things we did, now I want you to think of this. One of the things we did for a fundraiser was a mile of pennies. Now think of that. We went to everybody in Buckingham. We went to everybody in all of the places around. We did all of that because we would go to the people, we go knock on their door, and we say, we're Ralph Anderson from the Buckingham United Methodist Church, and we're doing a fundraiser. We're not asking you to reach in your wallet and give us a lot of money. We're not asking you to write us a check. All we're asking you is every day, take a jar, and every day, any pennies you have, put in that jar instead of just letting them lay around the house or vacuuming them up in a vacuum. Just keep your pennies. And once a month or twice a month, we'll stop by, kids will stop by, knock on your door just like this, and we'll receive your pennies. And we did this for 3 months. We made well over. We put the pennies down end to end, end to end, end to end. And we was well over a mile. And we raised a lot of money. It was many years ago. I don't remember. Guys, I said I was 17, 18 years old when I did that. We made enough money that we give to the church in Buckingham to put a new roof on. So I have been religious, but going to church in the Sunday school, I rocked. Going to church, the older I got, the more I started, I'd go in and they'd pass the plate around, and I never was one to hide what I put in an envelope, but I'd take a $20 bill and I'd throw in the bowl, the plate. And, you'd have two guys go around. I would even do it myself, go around and do it. But the people doing it, they'd watch what people's putting in. And it seemed like about once a month or once every 2 months, you'd get a letter. Well, Ralph, we know you're doing good here. You're donating good, but could you maybe up it and write us a check for $50? And it got to the point where I felt all I was just a money bank for the church. And that's not how it was doing. And then after raising all this funds and doing all this and becoming the youngest deacon in our church's history, staying with it for the years, then all of a sudden, I live in Buckingham, which is a small town of about 300 people. Herscher, 4 miles over, has a Methodist church, and Herscher is a much bigger community, so they have a much bigger church. Well, the minister preached out of there. We lost our minister, so he had to start coming over and preaching at our place too. And all of a sudden we get this new minister in there, and he said, no, he's not driving the 4 miles over and the 4 miles back. If we wanted to attend services, we could do it. And I tried it. And boy, every time I turned around, they was asking me for more money. I realized that my Methodist beliefs that I believed in, I just need to start believing in God and Jesus Christ the way I do, and forget about going to church because they was turning into nothing but money hungry grubs. You know, it's funny when you see people in this church boards, all of a sudden they're driving really nice cars, but boy, all of a sudden the church has no money. It's the same thing as in our town. Every time we turn around, they're hitting us up for something in town here. You know, but it is what it is. Yes, I have. Long time ago. Alvera, or I think that was your name. So anyway, let's see what Judy has to say. But in closing on the church and the religion, I think we're all just going to be Christians, accepting God and Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. And I think we'll get the real Bible. And there will be people that might hold something.
You didn't tell your Tessie story yet.
Huh?
You didn't tell your Tessie story yet.
They will do something. So I'm going to move on to Judy, but before I do, I want to talk about a woman named Tessie. Ron sent me a video of her, an audio of her today, and she's very flamboyant. And what she wanted to talk about today was, first of all, she gets a lot of good information. She's got a lot of good contacts, and I really like her. But she's talking today about she's putting herself in timeout because she let some information out. But whenever she lets information out, she asks people, if you're going to talk about it like I'm saying it. Don't make things up on top of it to make sugarcoat it and make it look different and better. And some people didn't listen, and they didn't listen to her, so she's putting herself in timeout. But in her show today, and I'm just going to cover this briefly, in her show today, she was talking about, don't worry about the darkness. They're not going to take our electricity away. They're not going to take our phones away. They're not going to do a lot of things like that. Continue to live your life like you're living it. What the darkness isn't for David and Carol and Alvera and John and, let's see, Bill and Grandma Bo and Michael, Girly Orbs, Janet. It's not for us. It's for the black hats. That's where the darkness is. And, you know, I really appreciate it. I really wish I knew a way to get a hold of her, because I would love to talk to her and say, hey, you made a mistake because you trusted people. The easiest thing in the world, guys, is to make a mistake because you trust somebody. And she trusted her followers, and they let her down. And now the people who don't let her down has to pay because we don't get her information. Then you can also look at it in a way that she knows a lot of good information, and maybe she's been told to shut up for a while. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that. That's me saying it, because I would never want to say anything bad about this lady, because I really like her. I like Bruce. Mark Z has said he's going to start coming out every day with just a little audio to tell people. Everything is going big, and at the time that you need him, Mr. C wasn't on today because he wasn't feeling good. Wasn't he feeling good, or could he not come on? But Mark didn't want to say he can't come on because maybe, just maybe, he's under an NDA, and Mark don't want to say that yet because, boy, that would throw us all into a frenzy, all of us. So this was compiled by Judy Bidington, February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, 2024. Banks fall worldwide. Food shortages on the way thanks to the cabal. FBI terror attacks imminent in U.S. due to open border. FBI Chinese hackers set to wreak cyber attack on the U.S. while sleepy plans multi-stage military attacks on the Middle East. That was rejected today. There will be peace in the Middle East. U.S. approves plans for strike in Syria and Iraq. But that's by, who, and it's not going to happen. It's only wise to have at least 3 weeks supply of water, food, and money essentials that you will need. When you walk through a storm, hold your chin up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk through the wind, walk on through the rain, through your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you will never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Judy noted it's almost showtime. Things are going to get really ugly. Remember what you have thought. The white hats are in 100% control. Guys, remember, it's going to get nasty. But it's a show. So don't fall for the being scared. Don't fall for putting yourself in hectic crisis. It's a show. That's what we have been working for so long. When people say, Patriot 5, you're lying all the time. Maybe I am, but it's the truth. But the main truth here is we have been preparing for this final event for a long, long time. I mean, me and Ron's been preparing for it for a long time. But I don't care if you're a short timer and only been around 6 months, a year. We know what is going on. Keep the faith and everything will be okay. Let's see. She really don't have much. So, with that being said, Bruce was good. Judy had some good points here. But see, a lot of what Judy has now is about Bruce and everything else, the EBS. Now this is one thing. EBS Sunday, 11 February, after Super Bowl, the post with the letter between P and R, 2288 POTUS alert, test incoming, EBS Super Bowl night. So that's one of the things. But guys, just have a good weekend. Keep doing what you're doing. I would tell you to take a rest, but I know it's not going to do me any good to tell Mike to take a rest or any of you others. John, I will try to give you a call tomorrow so we can chat a little bit. I'm looking forward to it. Cindy, if you're on, I'll try to give you a call this weekend. If I don't, give me a call Sunday night around 10. No, about 10:30, 10:40, because I watch the sports news on 10 o'clock on Sunday. That's the only time I really watch the news. But guys, we have a great group here. We have a great family. Keep everybody in your prayers that need it. Our prayers work for Linda, for Marianne. She went through some times that I know what happened, and that's between us. But I did get a message from her a little bit ago, and she's doing all right. Was never anything really about her, but it's just one of those things. And Linda, I thank you for writing me the way you do. And Linda is someone, guys, that every day she writes me, and she makes sure that I'm doing my walking. She's makes sure I'm taking care of myself, and she makes sure that I'm keeping my feet elevated as much as possible. And it's really nice when you have someone to do something like that. She's also named her dog from Buddy to Buddy Holly, and I'm the dog's new uncle, me and Ron. So with that being said, dear Lord, look after us all. Take care of us. 100% of the kids, Lord. We will not rest. We will not stop until the kids are all taken care of. Lord, please help us when they're taken care of us. Help us when we start doing these projects, Lord, to be able to find every child a parent in the world. Lord, they say that there's so many billions of people. Well, if there's billions of people, that means there's a lot, billions of adults that can become a parent. And going into your new world and the way people will be, we want to have loving parents for every child in the world and take care of them. Lord, look after our family here and take care of them, and the ones that need your help, please do so. Myrna, Marianne, Linda, Diane, Michael, Bill, and I could go on and on, guys. I could go on and on for the people I need him to look after. With that, I pray to you as I do each and every day, through my Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ, amen and amen. Guys, before I go, I do want to say one more thing. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. I'm not going to talk a long time tonight because we don't stand a stoneball chance in, that place that's hot to make 100 thumbs up. We're at 60, and I know we had reached about 150 some people, but every time you guys show your support for me and Ron, it just sends a happiness in our souls. But there's people out there, and I'm not going to mention any names. There's people out there that's contesting that they're the only person doing this that is telling the truth. All the rest of us are lying. They're lying, and just be careful who you listen to. If someone comes and tells you that every truther out there but them are liars, I wouldn't even listen to them. It's up to you. It's your decision. And I'm not going to mention names, but just have a great weekend. We're all adults. We know what's right and wrong. And I hope that our talks and Ron's knowledge, and he sits over there tonight. He sat over there and really helped me with a lot. And took him to the doctor yesterday. Had a very, very good checkup. Doctor was very, very pleased. And he doing good. So with that being said, have a great weekend. I might see you over the weekend. I might not. Keep information coming to me. The more information I got, the better chance you got to see me over the weekend. With that, let's pray and hope. Let's hope. We don't need to pray. Let's just hope that this is our weekend, that we get that magical number, that we can set them magical appointments. With that being said, good night, God bless, and I love you all.